Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to look into the pull report functionality in Beas manufacturing, its purpose and operation. The pull list is made for shop floor workers to see which jobs they have in their pool of tasks for the next 1 or 2 days. In the list, they can easily manage their work for this upcoming short period. The pull report is available in the desktop and WebApps terminals of Beas manufacturing. In this present video, we're going to check the desktop terminal version. There are 3 areas in Beas to set up the pull report function. Number 1. In Personal Administration, you can find the FDC, that is Factory Data Capture tab, where you can make several settings for how that employee can use shop floor resources, machines, tools, and how they can log into different pools, if they can change the default resource to an alternative one, or changing it when logging in or out of a work order, and perform other settings. In this area, you can define up to 6 resources that the employee can work with. If the employee logs in the terminal and opens the Pull List tab, they can see all operations that are assigned to one of these 6 resources. In the second field, you can add the letter and a percentage sign, and the system will display all resources with the selected initial letter in the pull list. Number 2, you can open the Workstation Settings window and click on Setup Terminal. Here you can set resources to be displayed in the Pull Report app. If you add the resource in this setting area, the Pull Report will only display this resource in the list. If you leave these fields empty, the system only checks your settings in the Personal Administration window. Before we check the third setting area, let's see 2 scenarios to understand the concept. We have a shop floor operator who should always work with the same set of machines. In this example, this machine is resource 2600. Let's set this resource in the Personal Administration for them and leave all the fields empty in the Workstation Settings. If we go back to the Pull Report and refresh the view, we can only see routing positions with the preset resource 2600. If I add one more resource definition, for example, select all resources which start with the letter I and refresh the view again, and we can see these other resources as well in the pull list. 2. In the second scenario, we decide to give the same permission to everybody that starts working on a specific workstation. I'll go back to the Workstation Settings and select resource 1800, for example. Then, after refreshing the pull report, we'll only see routing positions with resource 1800 in the list, and the resource 2600 from the Personal Administration of this employee disappears. Therefore, this workstation setting overrides the personal settings of a single worker and determines that anybody that logs onto this workstation can only use this resource for their work, if they have authorization for it in the personal settings. In this work order, we have 2 operations, that is, so-called routing positions. Only the first one is in the pool, as there is still no time receipt created for it. The other one is inactive. You can only start with the second routing position if you have at least 1 time receipt created for the first one. Let's open the pull report. In the pull report, you can see all the routing position related information from the assembly and the work order. And you can check what materials are required for this assembly's routing position. If all materials are available, you can see the checkbox for shortage empty. To start a routing position, make a double click on it or click F2 Open. Then click on Order Start in the Login Order screen that opens. Here you can click F3 Login. Now the order is started and you can issue all materials that are linked to the current routing position. The top left corner displays all work order and routing position related information, and on the right you may find attached images if any. When finished, click F3 Confirm to insert all relevant information in the time receipt window. When a routing position is started, a green dot is displayed, which is green flag in traditional theme styles. You can close the routing position by reporting partial or complete confirmation of the job. The Material Requirements button opens the screen for what materials are required for the current assembly. In the Configuration Wizard, you can activate Material Check for the pull report. This can get time-consuming, so if your pull report is too long, we recommend deactivating this. You can also set the system not to display unplanned work orders by activating Show Only Planned Work Order. The direct on and log off makes it possible to start more than one routing position simultaneously, and with the dispatching index quantity days considered parameter, you can set up the number of days to be considered and displayed in the pull report. If you don't work with APS, it is advisable to set this to more than 10, otherwise you won't see all routing positions. If you do work with APS with forward calculation, then you can reduce this number and the shop floor employee can see on which routing position they can work. Please note, this report is not fit for administrating routing positions. For this purpose, you can use the work list report with many additional functions. It is, however, a simple, easily managed list of jobs that a shop floor worker can check for the upcoming 1 or 2 days. For a video introduction to the web app version of the pull report function, please visit our Boyum YouTube channel.